All right. Hey, family. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good, great, good, amazing, good. Happy Friday. I am Licia Monet, the Wealth Connector, and also known as your favorite TV personality and social media influencer. And boy, do we have a treat today. So I just want to start off by encouraging you today. You are doing amazing. You know what? I want to tell you there is nothing that you cannot have, nothing that you cannot be, and nothing that you cannot do. And I'm just excited about those who have tuned in, those who are going to share this video, and those who are going to take this information and run with it. Because what I'm telling you is you're going to put yourself in a position where you live life on your terms. That means you are the commander in chief. That means you're the boss. That means you run it. That means you answer to yourself when you take command of your life. That's your time, that's your money, that's your energy. All of that belongs to you, and it's time for you to take it by force. So I'm so excited about the topic that we have today and about the impact and the message that's going to go forth. So I do want to let you know that a lot of people call me the hat lady. I love hats. Listen, that's just me, but this hat lady, this woman has a lot to share with you. I've been featured in so many things because of so many places on Fox News and I was about to say another magazine. I'm speaking in my life, Future Forbes, but in Hustle for Life magazine and on iHeartRadio, and I have my own television show on multiple networks, as well as on Roku, Apple, DirecTV, Amazon Fire, so on and so forth. So what am I saying is, listen, when I'm talking, when I'm speaking, this information is valuable and this needs to be taken seriously because we're in such a season right now in this day and time where we're paying attention to things don't always look how they are. And let me tell you, you can control your atmosphere. The economy might look shaky to you, but it's not really shaky. You just have to adjust your mindset and adjust some principles and priorities. I don't know where my video went, but let me move it back. There we go. To see my hand all in your face. There we go. Okay, so the topic today is you want freedom, but you don't want to, but you fight for struggle. Oh my God, that is crazy. People like everyone, you know, this kind of piggies back off of a topic that we were speaking about with the finance doctor in the Be Your Own Bank movement, the largest economic empowerment movement in the history of mankind, in the history of humankind. Y'all know I like to be extra, just in the history. There has never been an empowerment movement that I've been aware of that is focused on economically empowering and financially educating families. 2 million families for 2022. And then when 2022 hits, oh baby, it's going to go up and higher. And what does that mean? That means that we're increasing and we're growing because empowerment is powerful, and people who empower people. And that's why this movement, the Be Your Own Bank movement, is so vital. It's so necessary and a must for you and your family to join a part of this movement, join the family, join a part of this community, because someone is depending on you to get out of your situation, to shift your mindset, and to walk in your purpose, walk in wealth, walk in abundance, walk in prosperity, so that you can help them. It's not always about us. Your community is depending on you. Your family is depending on you. And of course, your finances are depending on you and your future, that dream, that vision, that goal that you have. It all starts with your mindset shift. It all starts with you putting things in priority of what do you want and how are you going to get it done? What are you going to make happen to make it happen? So that your answer is, I'm not going to give up, that you walk in perseverance, that you walk in commitment and determination and discipline. Ooh, that word hurt. Hey, it hurts me sometimes too. We got to walk in discipline. So let's talk. So I looked up this word, right? Y'all are going to trip. So a lot of people I know that I see are scared to be wealthy because they have in their mindset, piggybacking off of the topic with the finance doctor, Dr. Craig Bythewood, a fear of being wealthy, a fear of, I guess you would say rich, a fear of having abundance. Why? Because as we were talking about, he was saying that what people see on TV is usually the rich person. It's kind of more like a villain or sinister, or they have an ulterior motive, or they only get their money by doing things that aren't legal, or by compromising, or by going ahead and throwing away integrity and by any means necessary. And anyone who has money, they all did it wrong. There's no way you can have abundance of money and not take it from someone, not rob someone, not do something that's improper, not break a law. Well, I'm here to tell you that is definitely not true. Do people do that? Absolutely. Just as people who are not wealthy and walking in abundance, still rich people who walk in abundance and prosperity still too. Just like there's always good and bad everywhere. So you can't let what you see that is depicted in the media to be your reality, because that's not true. And I want to tap bases on this word that I learned today. So I was looking up some reasons why people fight for struggles, because of their thoughts, what's going on in their mind, the subconscious mind. And there is a phobia. I'm about to trip y'all guys. This phobia is called Plutophobia. Yeah, like the planet, but it's not a planet anymore. It's like a moon. But anyways, it's called Plutophobia. And it is the fear of wealth. I promise there's a fear of everything. Now, we're not going to speak it over your life, but I just want to touch bases on it. So basically, the Plutophobia is a fear of wealth. And what happens is people are scared of people who are wealthy. They're scared of wealthy environments, and they are scared of obtaining wealth. Why? Because of the responsibilities that possibly may come with wealth, because they feel that they have to give handouts and help a lot of people, because now they're in a position where they have money. So people are going to come out of the woodworks and ask for some. It happens. As well as the pressure. Maybe they feel that there's pressure of being wealthy. Maybe they feel that they have to dress a certain way and walk a certain way, talk a certain way, buy items and clothing, buy designer clothing, things of that nature. And then the reality is, it's just a subconscious belief. There is nothing fearful about being wealthy. There's nothing fearful about abundance. And there is nothing fearful about prosperity. You see, a lot of times, and I'm going to touch bases on this too, what the media portrays, and sometimes even religious wise portrays, is that if you have a lot, that it's not good, but it's better to walk in poverty or lack or less than, because that makes you humble. No, it doesn't. That doesn't make you humble. I want you to think about this. When you are having trouble paying your bills, when you can't buy an outfit, when you can't do something for your child, when you go have to ask for money, when you have to go to a charitable event, I've been there, done that. When you have to go to the food bank, been there, done that. When you have to call 211, which is the Catholic charity number, to get assistance paying your rent. Does that make you humble? Does that upset you? Does that frustrate you? Does that make you feel like, is that a good feeling? No, it's not. It's not. Walking in lack, walking in not having enough. No one really wants to do that. So those ideas, those thought processes that if you don't have, you're going to be humble, baby, you can be humble with a lot. It has nothing to do with the monetary value. It has something to do with your character and the person that you are. That's exactly what that has to do with it. And also the mindset of learning how to manage money, learning how to manage prosperity and wealth, learning how to process it in your mind, especially when you never had it. Because what happens is people who never had a lot of money, you see it on TV, and this is the reality. You see it in neighborhoods, they go blow it, buy stupid stuff they don't need. Now, I'm not saying you can't get what you want, but I'm saying a lot of people, when they get wealthy, because they don't have the proper training, be your own bank movement, we do that, the proper training and mentorship, be your own bank movement, what happens is your mind is not aligned with where you're at currently. You're still in a poverty mindset with a whole bunch of wealth and abundance, and you don't know what to do with it. You don't know that you have to shift your mind to match now what's in your bank account. Because if your mind doesn't shift, you're going to be in the same state. I was remember this coaching. I forgot the young lady's name that I went to, and she was a coach, and she taught people how to walk in 6 figures and even 7 figures. And some people starting out with $1,000, $1,000 months in their business, and they started making $10,000 or $3,000 and $5,000 a month. So it was possible for them to achieve that goal. So they did that. So they got the increase because they followed the directions of what she does. Be your own bank, follow the directions, follow the recipe. But what she noticed is the people who didn't know how to manage money, no matter when they went from 3,000 to 10,000 to 20,000, she said they were always back in the same boat. They always didn't have enough. It didn't matter the amount of money they had. They kept on. It was as if they were right back where they were. So what does that mean? Training and mentorship. What does that mean? Discipline is how you keep wealth and how you stay in alignment with what your pockets are doing. So it's really just in your mind. It's all in your mindset. You say, your mind is everything. What you think, you become. What you think, you believe. And then I want to share and just be transparent with you guys. There was a point that I didn't even think I was going to be on TV, but I'm on multiple networks. There was a point that I didn't know, that I never thought that I would associate myself with people who made a whole lot more money than me. I knew I always was going to be wealthy. And I knew that to be wealthy, you had to put yourself in a position where people of wealth walk, where they teach. You had to put yourself in an environment of people who do what you want to do, go where you want to go, who already been where you want to go. And so I did do that, but I didn't know how much my mind was jacked up. I really had a jacked up mind. And mind you, I was not good with money. And I'm still walking and learning how to manage money better. So I want to be real with you guys. I manage money better, but at one point, there's times I've had thousands of dollars, $20,000, $30,000. And I was just like those people because I didn't have the proper training and the mentorship to understand how to maintain, how to operate, how to compound money. I blew it. I gave it away to people because I'm such a giver, right? Because that's what we do when you get a lot of money. You give people money and then you don't tell them no, because everyone wants a handout, right? They're looking for a handout. And what do? You give. But what I didn't learn was how to make money work for me because I didn't have the proper training and mentorship. And I didn't have a skill set because it doesn't matter the amount of money I have. If I don't have a skill set to continue to produce income constantly, I'm going to be in, what do they call that? Rat race, a continuous circle where I don't want to be in. And that's, what I want is freedom. And what I was doing what we're talking about. I was fighting for struggle. I was fighting how to get out of that mindset of, I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be in lack. I don't want to be in poverty. I don't want to live in certain neighborhoods where you got to drive the car really fast and not stop real quick because you're scared that something might happen, or hey, we're not even going to touch on that. But I didn't want it, but I also was barely doing what I was supposed to do to get in a position to walk in what I am destined, what I desire to be, the lifestyle that I desire to have. And so if you want to say it, I'm not claiming it, but that sounds like a little bit of Pluto phobia. So what I'm here to tell you is, phobia. So I'm not going to speak it over your life, but what I'm saying is those things can be fixed because it's just in our mind. You ever watch videos? I remember I used to watch, what was it? Maury. Y'all remember Maury, or my kids used to call it You Are Not the Father. But Maury, used to watch Maury, and he used to have episodes of people having phobias and people be scared of coming out of the house. And people be scared of cabbage and plastic and just the most weird things, honeycombs. And you be like, it's not that serious. I don't understand why it's all in their head. It doesn't make sense why they think like that. Nothing's going to happen. It's not going to do nothing to them. But then we have to sit back and realize, do we have any phobias that are stopping us from walking in our purpose and destiny? Have we embraced phobias? Have we embraced thought processes? Have we embraced lies? Have we embraced stories that are keeping us off of our destiny and our path? We know the other side. We know that when we associate with people who live the lifestyle that we want and people who are willing to teach and impart and pour into us, we know that they have the answer. We know that they have the coaching. We know that they have the product, they have the service, they have the training to get us where we want to go. But then we push back because that lie in our subconscious mind possibly says, I can't do this. I don't deserve this. It's going to be too hard. I don't have enough time. You know what? It didn't work for this person. And I'm here to tell you that all those are lies. Because you know what? When we want to go to a concert, when we want to get our hair done, when we want to do things that we don't need to do. We make it happen. Especially, I'm going to talk about the moms. Dads, y'all are the bomb. But listen, I'm a mom, so I can only speak about mom aspect. I didn't really have a father in my lifestyle, so I can't really relate to that. But what I'm here to tell you is, when I needed money to go on field trips, and a matter of fact, let me back up. I'm adopted too. So I was raised by a family who I'm not related to. But what I'm saying is all of them were moms. There's a few aunts. I call them my aunts, but they were moms, right? They always found a way to put food on the table. They always found a way to put money in my pocket. You know, I was one of the, when I went to school, I always had, when I went on field trips, I had $300, $400 in my pocket. Most of my friends had $20, and it's not the globe. But what I'm saying is, those moms, they found a way to, and it raised actually 3 kids that didn't belong to them. They found a way. They took kids in and they found a way to put food on the table. And when I say we had the nicest clothes, people make fun of me, but we only had clothes out of catalogs. And people say, oh, y'all are so fancy and rich. No, they shifted my mindset. So guess what I do when I'm grown? I buy clothes out of catalogs. I'm sorry, I do not like Walmart. I'm not knocking it. I'll go get a t-shirt, but my mindset, because of my upbringing, I get stuff out of catalogs from Europe, from Japan, from just various places, from Belgium. It doesn't matter. If I like it, I want it, because that was something imprinted to me. So what wasn't taught to me was wealth management, because I was always given what I want. So because I had a lot of money, I still blew it because I didn't have the proper training, be your own bank movement. I didn't have the proper mentorship, and I wasn't taught how to compound money. So what am I saying? That a lot of times we'll stay mediocre because something wasn't exposed to us and we weren't taught. But if you are longing and you are desiring to be different, be that legacy builder, be the person that's the shift in your family. When you look at your bank account and you say, this ain't it, and you get in alignment, but that you don't like what's in your bank account, you get in alignment that this job, the income from the job, you may like the job, isn't working to, and isn't sufficing, isn't making the proper amount of money for the lifestyle you want to live, you got to do something different. You have to dare to be different. You have to be disciplined. You have to have mentorship. You have to have training. You have to learn how to make money work for you, and you have to compound money. That is how you obtain wealth. If you don't, you will always be in the same circle that I was in many years ago. And that is never knowing how my life was going, but always giving money away, being that blessing, right? Hallelujah. Always, oh, here's $1,000, here's $500. I know y'all like to be my friend. But what I'm saying is, I gave out more than I received. And I know people say it's better to give than receive, but also it's better to be wise than be dumb. That's just going to be a reality. It's better to be wise than make unwise choices. Is it great to give? Right. But you can't give if you don't have. And if you're someone who's a giver like me, that would give the shirt off of your back, that will go far and beyond and above and beyond for people, and you don't have the money and you don't have the resources, you're shortening yourself. Because guess what? A lot of times when you're that type of person, a lot of people are not the same way. So if you want to be that blessing, if you want to be that person that helps the community, that helps your ministry, that does major things for your family that your family couldn't do, that you go places you never thought you could go, you have to be disciplined, and you have to fight for freedom. You don't have to fight for struggle. You have to fight to get out of that mindset. You have to shift your mind. You have to shift what we call stinking thinking, because a lot of our thinking is plain jacked up. That's just as real as I can get. It's really jacked up. But the thing is, it can be fixed. It can be shifted. It can be healed. And once that happens, everything else will fall in place. But what do? You enroll with a movement, a community, a group like the Be Your Own Bank movement, and learn a skill set. You learn a skill set to compound money, a skill set that no one can take from you. That if your job decides to shut down, if unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, people are walking out of marriages, people are walking out of relationships, people are walking off of jobs, companies are closing down, hours are getting shortened, so when those things happen, if they happen, you're all right. because you have a plan. You have a plan B. You have a plan B, because what happens when plan A fails? Plan B will come full force and effect. But you don't have no plan B already in place, not I'm thinking, you have to have a plan B already in position. And what happens is this plan B, the Be Your Own Bank movement, it makes you a walking ATM. This plan B makes you a person who can go ahead and purchase and buy those resources that you need to fund whatever you need to fund your hair business, fund a school, be able to support someone, give to a kid in need, be able to volunteer as much as you want, be able to volunteer early, not at 65, not at 75, maybe not at 55, maybe not at 45. I know people who are retiring at the age of 25 and 22. It doesn't make sense. Why would they retire early? Because they learn how to make money work for them, and you can do the same. So if I can tell you anything, family, friends, and everyone in the world, from all the, well, hey, some people say it's 5 continents. In other countries, they say 5 continents, but in the United States, it's 7 continents. So I want to say to you is, you better learn how to get on the other side of money. It is time out for playing. Check the economy, look at the news, pay attention. One thing we always say is success leaves clues. So you have all the clues. You're no longer clueless. If you choose to sit down and do nothing, while you're looking at your child, or you're looking at your finances, or you're crying at your job, or you're getting upset because you don't like how the customers are treating you, or you want to open this business, or you want to be able to go on trips like you want to, or you just want to live in peace and be able to pay your bills ahead of time, in the meantime and in between time, without struggling, robbing Peter to pay Paul, then you need to learn how to become your own bank. It's time out for playing. It's time out for sleeping on yourself. It's too much going on for you not to. It's too much. Your lifestyle is on the line. Your last name is on the line. Your family is on the line. Your finances is on the line. What are you going to do? Are you going to answer the call? So listen, this is my time. Once again, I am Licia Monet, the Wealth Connector, your favorite TV personality, LEESIAMONAY, the woman with the hats. You check me out on any social media platform, from Clubhouse to TikTok to Facebook to LinkedIn, even a little Snapchat, and a few others that are soon to come. But it's time to go ahead and connect with people like me who have your best interest as their best interest. People who care about you achieving, believing, and going and surpassing them. Because all we want to see you do is be empowered and empower someone else's life by the skill set and the mindset that you're going to grow in, shift in, increase in, and excel in. So I love you guys. Go ahead and reach out to me on any of those platforms. Hit the DM. It goes down in the DM so you can go up in your ATM. Oh, I just rapped. Yes, I did. Did y'all hear those bars? Yes. But anyways, happy Friday. And I love you guys. Licia Monet out. Go ahead and do what you need to do. Love you guys. Bye. I'm going to dance.